Hi guys, Piccolo here, and in this video we're going to take a look at what you need to do to execute our leverage alarms on ByBit. At the Crypto Kame House trading family, we trade big caps such as Bitcoin and Ethereum with leverage, and we always do it on ByBit. In fact, trading big caps with leverage is the field in which we have been most successful at in the past. Why do we do it only on ByBit? Well, it's simply because ByBit is, in our opinion, the best platform at the moment that allows you to make leverage trades with the big caps. Some of the things that we really love about ByBit is that their interface is very user-friendly, even for beginners. Plus, their fees for switching between cryptocurrencies are just amongst the best you can find. There are also numerous other benefits, but that isn't the purpose of this video. Now, let's head over to our Discord server so that I can show you how you can easily execute the alarms that we are posting both in our public section and in the subscriber section. First things first, if you are new to trading crypto with leverage, we kindly ask you to register at ByBit using our referral link that you can find here in our Discord server, so that when you one day become a crypto trading giant, we would be rewarded for all the important lessons that we'll pass on to you in the coming months and years. Joking aside, we would really appreciate it, and it costs you nothing. Thanks. So, to begin with, please make sure that you have the notifications for these 4 channels here set to all messages. You can easily do that by finding the channels here on the left side of our Discord server, right-clicking on each channel, going to Notification Settings, and choosing All Messages. This way, you'll always get a notification on your phone when we post an alarm, so that you won't miss any of them in the future. And don't worry about any spam. Only alarms will be posted in these channels, and it's impossible for anyone else except for us Crypto Kame House founders to post here. Okay, with that under the way, let's take a look at our alarms. In this channel, you can see our previous alarms, but for the purposes of this video, I'm going to make up another Ethereum USD alarm so that I can show you guys how you can execute it. So here it is, now let's take a look at it. As you can see in the first row here, we have from left to right the platform on which you should execute the trade, the trading pair, the action you should take, and finally the leverage. Basically, in this example, this just means that you should enter into a short Ethereum USD position on ByBit with a 10x leverage. Moving on, the next row is very important. It tells you the price range in which you should enter into the trade. As soon as we send out the alarm, you should receive a notification about it on your phone. It's very important that you enter into the trade while the price is still inside the price range. So make sure that you execute the alarm quickly after you get the notification. Otherwise, you might be too late and you'll have to wait for the next one. I will repeat here one more time just in case. If you are too late and the price would, let's say, be 388.7, once you are ready to execute your trade, then you shouldn't execute it, even though it's only a little bit outside of the price range. We cannot guarantee that such a trade would still be profitable in the long run, so it's really just better to wait it out. In such an example, however, it's very likely that the price could bounce back into the price range after 5 to 15 minutes, and then you could execute your trade, sure. However, make sure that you use your common sense in such situations. If you miss the alarm and the price moves in our direction, but then it retraces back into the price range after, let's say, 24 hours, then that doesn't mean that this is now a valid trade. If such an example does happen, then you are far better off asking one of our analysts in the public lounge whether entering into such a trade still makes sense. Okay, let's take a look at the next line. Here you have your stop losses. Again, this is so important. never leverage trade without a stop loss. If you will lose all of your money sooner or later. Triple check that you have used a stop loss every time if you need to. Next, we have our targets, which are pretty much self-explanatory. However, please note that we differ from other trading groups in a way that we also tell you how and when you should exit from each trade. That's simply because we really want to deliver maximal value to you guys. So the targets that you see here are just that, targets. They don't mean that you should take some of your position out once we reach them. Instead, wait for instructions from us. The instructions will be posted in the same channel that the alarm was posted, and you'll receive a notification about it. Now, when you'll first receive the notification that an alarm has been posted, you will often see, if you are quick enough, that it's without targets and that the stop loss doesn't have the calculated percentage next to it. So it will look something like this. This is simply because we want to give the alarms out to you guys as quickly as possible, and that is why we are doing it without making these calculations. As soon as the alarms are posted, we'll make the calculations and we'll add them to each alarm in a matter of minutes. With that out of the way, I can finally show you how to execute the alarms directly on ByBit. So first of all, you need to visit ByBit's website and log in. As you can see, I was already logged in, so I don't need to do that. Next, I go to the trade section here in the top left, and under inverse perpetual coin margin, I need to find the cryptocurrency pair that we are currently trading, and in our case that is Ethereum USD. So I chose that option and this screen pops up, and this is where the magic happens. More specifically, this small section here on the right side is where you need to input some specifications in order to enter into a trade. Now, first of all, make sure that you have the market entry chosen and that your leverage is set to isolated margin. In case you're wondering what these terms mean, we have some links to some articles where you can learn more about them. But for the purposes of executing our alarm trades, just make sure that you have everything set as I am telling you here. Finally, before you enter into the trade, you need to input the amount of quantity in dollars you want to invest into this trade. Please note that the amount you are entering already has the leverage we are using calculated in it. So if you wanted to invest $100, for example, you would have to input a quantity of $1,000 because our leverage is 10 in this case, and 10 times $100 is 1,000. On the other hand, you would only want to input $500 in case your leverage was 5 and you also wanted to invest $100. Also, make sure that you are following our golden rule of never investing more than 1 to 2% of your bankroll into a single trade. You can learn how to calculate that in our position sizing article that is available to everyone on our website, but you can also find the link to it here in our Discord server. Okay, now let's say that you calculated that by investing $120 into this trade, you would risk 1% of your bankroll. Since we're using a 10x leverage, this means that you need to input $1,200 under quantity. Double check that you have the right leverage size and the correct margin selected, and then execute the action pointed out in the alarm. In this case, we chose to short. A small pop-up appears, and you can check if everything is correct one more time, and after you press confirm, your trade will be executed. There. As you can see, we have an open position and some data about it. Now, before you go popping your champagne bottles, because you executed your first leverage trade on ByBit, there is something of utmost importance that you must never forget. We still need to set the stop loss. Please never forget to do this. Setting the stop loss is as simple as can be. Here at the bottom, you just need to press on the small pencil icon. Next, you check the box for stop loss, and you set the price that was specified in our alarm, like so. Make sure that you have the mark stop loss option selected. Next, you press confirm and your stop loss is set. You can double check it by looking at the graph here. As you can see, this red line here is where we entered into the trade, and this green line here is our stop loss. So in case the price would move in the other direction that we expected to go and it hits this price here, our stop loss will be triggered and you will step out of the trade. Sure, you'll lose some funds, but you will avoid potential catastrophes. And there you have it. That's how you execute Crypto Kame House alarms on ByBit. Wasn't so hard, right? Remember, if you have any questions, our founders will be more than happy to help. Just reach out to us in our Discord server. The link to the Discord server will be posted in the description. Have a pleasant day and I wish you good luck with your trades.